Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Um, the holidays are over, and thank God. So I'm glad that that's over. But the holidays are over, so many of you are coming back off of vacation or going back to work. So I hope you're having a great and wonderful day. In the event that you're not, always remember this: tough times don't last, but tough people do. Keep your trust and your faith in Allah, and He'll see you through. I could bear witness to that. Could definitely bear witness to that. But I hope everyone is doing good and they're safe. That you and your families. So everything's good on this end, and I just give Allah the thanks and praise for that. So my Michigan Wolverines, go blue, go blue, go blue. They defeated Alabama 27-20 in overtime. Close game. Excuse me. Michigan had turnovers on special teams. It was a missed field goal. The snap. They screwed up the snap with the snapper. Um, the center snapped the ball and it went. You know, the holder couldn't get a hold of it, and we had to fall on the ball. So that was a turnover. Well, not a turnover, but a missed opportunity. We had two fumbles on punt returns. Samaj Morgan in the first quarter tried to run with the ball, tried to run and catch the ball. It bounced off his chest. Alabama recovered, and then late in the fourth quarter, with seconds left, it was less than a minute left. Michigan has some kid named Thaw out there returning the punt. This dude, it went through his hands, but he was able to fall on the ball and recover it, thankfully. So they had four miscues on special teams, something they have never had an issue with throughout the season. They never had an issue with special teams throughout the season. I think I mentioned that our field goal kicker missed a 49 yarder. So it was the 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 snap on after they scored a touchdown and went to go do the extra point, they they bungled the snap. So it was that one, the missed field goal, and the two fumbles. Four miscues on special teams, something that has not plagued them throughout the season. Go to the Rose Bowl, and lo and behold, they have issues with special teams. It's always something with Michigan, but nevertheless, they poured it out. They poured it out. The defense played phenomenal the whole game. They sacked Jalen Milrow six times, five times in the first half, and then once in the second half. Six times. That defense was just relentless. Played great. Offense sputtered, especially in the third quarter. They could not. It was horrendous. Third quarter was horrendous. Um, they messed around there and let Alabama get the lead. They ended up having a 7 point lead. But Michigan, they drove the field 75 yards and tied the score when J.J. McCarthy hit Roman Wilson for that touchdown. Then they kicked the field goal, and thankfully they made it and tied the score at 20 all. And so then they went into overtime. Um, when Thaw fumbled the kick, but he was able to recover it, they just ran out the clock, and then they took a timeout, which I didn't understand. Then they ran out the clock, and then they went into overtime. And then overtime, Blake Corum scored that touchdown, which ended up being the game-winning touchdown, a 17-yarder, where he spent and just willed his way into the end zone. Set a beautiful 17-yard run. He scored on an overtime. And Alabama had the ball in the Michigan 25. They got down to the Michigan 3-yard line. It was fourth and goal. And for some reason, which I understood why Nick Saban wanted to have the ball in Jalen Milroe's hand. But he tried to go up the middle and he ran into his own player and we stopped him. Game over, Rose Bowl champions. Go blue, hail to the victors. On to the national championship in Houston next Monday. Glad we beat Bama. A lot of people had us losing. All those goofball analysts on ESPN. You're the dude that looked like a turtle without the shell, Paul Feinbaum, that jackass. Stephen A. Smith. He said Michigan didn't deserve to go. He said they didn't deserve to go because of the whole cheating scandal or whatever you want to call it, the sign stealing scandal. They didn't want Michigan. They didn't think they deserved to go to the national championship. He said that. He sure did back in November. I keep receipts. All these goofball analysts, these jackasses, these so-called analysts, they have SEC bias. ESPN, they have a contract with the SEC, so of course they're going to be biased. Your Joey Galloways, who played it for the Suckeyes, oddly enough. Kirk Herbstreit, who was quarterback for the Suckeyes. Paul Feinbaum, who loves Nick Saban, that's like his god. Anything SEC, especially Alabama, Nick Saban, he worships him. Um, they just wanted Michigan to fail. They wanted Michigan to not be here. They didn't think they deserved to be here. And you got some of them picking Washington to win, which is fine, whatever. But they just hate Jim Harbaugh. They hate Jim Harbaugh. And he keeps proving them wrong and wrong. Not just him, but the team. They've been laser focused. 14 and 0. First time in history. Won every game. Stayed focused. have not lost have not lost focus. Stayed focused. Stayed focused. Each and every time they have stayed focused. Not skipped a beat. Now they on to the championship game to face Washington again. Like I said, next Monday in Houston. That's going to be a great game. Washington beat Texas. That was a close game because they were kicking Texas butt there for a while, but Texas came back and they got down to the Washington 10-yard line, 11 or 10-yard line, but they couldn't convert on fourth down. So game over. Sugar Bowl champion Washington Huskies. Hoist the trophy. See you next Monday in Houston. Go blue. Beat Washington. It's going to be a hell of a game because Mike Penix Jr. is that brother there. Woo! Good gracious alive. That brother could sling the rock. He's beaten Michigan before. I remember when he was the quarterback at Indiana University. This was back 3 years ago in 2020. He destroyed Michigan. We were 2-6 that year. That was the COVID year. We were 2-6. We didn't go to a bowl game. People wanted to run Jim Harbaugh out of Ann Arbor. They had the pitchforks. They wanted to run him out of Ann Arbor. I was like, you know what? This is not a normal year. Give the man one more year. Give him one more year. If he don't perform the standards next year, then yes, run him out of town. I will beat the drums too. But people were already beating the war drums. Harbaugh needs to go. Harbaugh needs to go. Get him out of Ann Arbor. Get him out of Ann Arbor. We 2-6. Again, it's not a normal season. We only played 8 games. It wasn't a normal season. We didn't even play the Suckeyes that year. And they would have destroyed us because that was Justin Fields last year. So yeah, they would have destroyed us because they destroyed us the year before. We didn't go to a bowl game, but and Mark Penix just destroyed us. Oh, Indiana, he destroyed us. Well, he transferred after the 2021 season, transferred to Washington, and look what he's done. Look at the job he's done at Washington. That's their quarterback. He's going to be a top 5 pick. Going to be a top 5 pick easily. Easily. No doubt about it. This brother is a great talent. And he's a lefty and he can sling that rock. He can sling it. Washington got an excellent offensive line. They do. Defense is suspect. Their defense is not as nowhere near as Michigan's caliber. Michigan is very physical. We like to pound and ground, run the ball. Very physical team, especially our defense because we hit you hard. Our front seven and then our secondary, they hit hard too. They're a very physical team, and Washington has not faced a team like Michigan uh, all year long. Not in the Pac-12. I thought it was going to be Texas, but Texas didn't even pinch Mike Penix. They didn't even pinch him. Did they even breathe on him? So, but again, Washington hasn't faced a team as physical as Michigan, who likes to, win it in between the lines in the trenches. It's going to be a good game, but I think Michigan's going to win. I'm going to say 27-23. 27-23 Michigan. They're going to prevail. 27-23. That's the score I'm going with. 27-23. Because Mike Penix Jr., that young brother, whew, like I said, excellent, excellent talent. Washington got 3 great receivers. They're 14-0. They were ranked number 2. We were ranked number 1. We were 14-0. So you got the number 1 and the number 2 teams going up. You can't ask for a better matchup. Number 1 Michigan, number 2 Washington. Can't ask for for a better matchup. And it's going to be an exciting game down there in Houston. I wish I could go. I wish I could go. God, I wish I could go. Mm, mm, mm. Be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. Um, and of course, there's talk again about Jim Harbaugh going to the NFL. I mean, he may go. Michigan offered him a 10-year contract for 120 million, which would pay him 12 million a year. I think just last week, and he hasn't signed it yet. He hired an agent who has NFL ties 2 weeks ago. The only job I can see him taking in the NFL is the Los Angeles Chargers job because he's familiar with SoCal. Um, Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. Jim Harbaugh is a quarterback's coach. Look at the job he did with Colin Kaepernick and with JJ McCarthy, many others. So he worked wonders for Justin Herbert. But that's the only job I really see him taking is the LA Chargers job. He ain't going to Chicago because Eberflus is coming back, which I don't know why. Justin Fields is probably going to play his probably last game in Chicago when they play Green Bay on Sunday. So Atlanta would be a good if he went to the Falcons, which is where he's from. Ironically enough, he's from Atlanta. Imagine what he could do with that team. Justin Fields on the Atlanta Falcons. Wow. So he probably played his last game with Chicago this coming Sunday. And Jim Harbaugh not going to Chicago, even though he played there. Yeah, they drafted him, the Chicago Bears. He's not going back there. He's not going to Chicago. Only job I could see him taking is the Chargers job, if he even leaves. But I think this is a ploy because 2 years ago he was supposed to take the Minnesota Vikings job. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, he was going to go to Minnesota. Go to Minnesota. What happened? Came back to Michigan. So I think he's trying to make the university sweat. But like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if he came back to Michigan to run it back. And the university obviously want him because they offer him a lot of money. Not as much money as the NFL will, but they still offer him a lot of money, nevertheless. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, Michigan 27, Washington 23. It's gonna be a close game. My boy's gonna pull it out. The MVP probably will be, I'm gonna say Blake Corum because Washington's defense is porous. They can't stop our run. They can't stop JJ from taking shots downfield. And that's another thing. Sharon Moore in the championship game, brother, take shots downfield. Please, for the love of God, take shots downfield. Stop running these predictable offensive plays. Stop being predictable on offense. Please stop. It almost cost us yesterday. Please stop being predictable on offense. Take shots downfield. JJ has an arm. Please take shots downfield. Get your tight ends involved. Run crossing routes. Do this, brother. Do this. Defense, keep doing your thing. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. Keep doing your thing. Special teams, don't do Monday on what y'all did yesterday. Don't do that. I don't think y'all will, but let yesterday's game be a lesson because we escaped one. Y'all really screwed up. So y'all did great all year. Go go back to being great and don't have a performance like yesterday. No, 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 sir. Washington cannot stop Michigan's receivers and tight ends. What's his name? Oh, God, I'm drawing a tongue tie. Ewers, Texas quarterback, was killing Washington's secondary and late in the second half. He got on fire. He started connecting with his receivers, killing Washington's defense. So, JJ, look at that film. They cannot. Washington's secondary cannot cover Michigan's tight ends or receivers. They cannot. They definitely can't stop the run. Get Donovan Edwards more involved. They cannot stop him or Corum. And their defense is not nowhere near on the same caliber as our defense. So it's going to be a great game. It's going to be close, but Michigan's going to pull it out 27-23. That's my prediction. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Excuse me. So you get notifications when I do videos on here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off of here. That's my take. Just want to give a shout out to my Michigan Wolverines. Go blue. Hail to the victors. Who got it better than us? Nobody. Michigan versus everybody. So congrats to Jim Harbaugh. Great job, coach. Sharon Moore, Jesse Minner. Great job. Great job. You got one more job. Now go out and get it done. We got one more game. One more. Go out and get it done. Congrats, Michigan. JJ McCarthy, Blake Corum, Mike Sanders still, Samaj Morgan, even though you had that fumble, Colston Loveland, Roman Wilson. Congrats. Congrats. Congrats, gentlemen. Will Jordan, congrats. Go blue. Get the job done. Let's win this championship and bring it back to Ann Arbor. All right, y'all. Take care. I love y'all much. Um, be safe, brothers as well as sisters. Be safe out here. Satan has come to kill, steal, and destroy. So y'all, please, please be safe. Wherever you're doing, coming from work, going to work, whatever, picking the kids. Oh, the kids are out of school, but whatever. Please be safe. I love y'all. Support my channel, this channel here, and support my podcast. Can't do this without y'all love and support. Love y'all. Love y'all dearly. All right, now I'm out. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings.